Hello traders, welcome back to this video. Today is on Sunday. We do analysis on Sundays and I'm here to give you a bias so that you can use it to trade this week. So today I have some few pairs and the first one we have gold. Currently on gold, as per our analysis on Wednesday, I said that I will be waiting for this area to see a reaction from this area, and then I told you guys, if gold will not be buying from this area, we'll be looking for buying opportunities from this order block. But the price violated the order block, and later on, after sweeping the liquidity below this order block, we have the reaction to the upside. So if you could have, let's say, maybe entered aggressively from this area and put your stop loss just below the order block, you could have been stopped out. But currently, if you could have taken a trade aggressively from this order block and placed the stop loss below this low, you could have not been stopped out. But what is important now is us looking for a good entry to the upside, because now we have the buying pressure to the upside. So currently gold is we are going to look for buys, and I expect gold to be pulling back. Let me delete this. I expect gold to pull back into this support area that we had on this area, but we didn't have a good reaction from this point. But currently, you can see that if I go to the 1 hour time frame, we'll see that this is a very good support and resistant area, and currently gold reacted from this support level, and it was struggling to break this level. But after we have this break to the upside, I expect gold to be having a pullback into this area before we look for more buys to the upside. So what I'll do, I'll be expecting to see buying momentum from this order block. We have this order block. We have this 4 hour order block with a fair value gap. So let me delete this support level, and also I delete this because already that has been mitigated. So I am currently waiting to see buying momentum from this order block. So this order block is on the support level that we are going to use when gold comes back into this level. So I'm expecting some pullback into this level before I look for more buys to the upside. So this setup will be valid if gold does not take out this high. But if gold goes up to take out this high and then later have a pullback into this area, I'll not take this area as a very good zone for my entry. So what I'll be expecting, I expect gold to pull back into this area before going up to take out this high. And then I look for my buys from that area and target this high. So you can see how good that is, and my stop loss will be below this zone that I have marked there. So currently on gold, that is what I have in mind, and that is my bias for this gold. So that is it for gold. I think it is a very clear setup. I'll be waiting for a pullback and then I'll have my entry to the upside. So currently on gold, just look for buys. You shouldn't have a mind to be selling, because we have the reaction from this low and we have the buying pressure to the upside. So that is on gold. I also have I think Euro USD. I have Euro USD. So on Euro USD, according to our last analysis, we expected a pullback into this area before we take our buys to the upside, but that never happened. And also, I expected some buying pressure from this area. That is why you see this reaction. And going to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that it tapped into this area, never gave us a confirmation before we have our entry to the upside, and that setup was violated. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that currently, even if we go to the daily time frame, currently we see that this high was taken out, and this is a break of structure, and this is a break of structure because there was a sweep of this inducement taken out before the price went up to break structure. So this is a valid break of structure. And we understand once a break of structure has happened, the internal structures become liquidity. And the market might decide to take one of the internal structures before going up to make another break of structure. So I will not expect you guys to be taking any trade from, let's say, maybe another block at this area, because we expect one of the internal structures to be taken out. But if we have the reaction from this area and the buying pressure continues to the upside, we'll be looking to have continuation trades to the upside. So on the 4 hour time frame, as we have said, we have the external break of structure. This is the break of structure to the upside. And after the break of structure to the upside, we expect one of the internal structures to be taken out. So it means I'll not expect you guys to be buying from this area. Let me delete this. So I won't expect you guys to buy from this area, because we expect at least one of these internal structures to be taken out before we look for more buys to the upside. And my area of interest now shifts to this low. You see this low that we marked some time back. This low is very interesting, and I'm going to look for opportunities to buy from this area. And I expect go Euro USD to show me a good buying pressure to the upside. And in case I get the confirmation, I'll let you guys know. Let's say maybe on Wednesday or any other day. So my bias is now on this order block. I'm focusing on this order block, and if you get some sales to the downside, you can be looking for good opportunities to have the sales to this low. So my area of interest is now down here, and I'm very interested on how Euro USD will be reacting. But we will just see what happens, and we react with how the market reacts. So I'm not saying that you should go and enter aggressively from this point, but just kindly wait for a good confirmation before you have an entry. So I'll update you guys on Wednesday in case of any market reaction, and you will be having a clear view of the market. So that is it for Euro USD. I don't think I have much to say on this, but expect this low to be taken out because the external swing point has been taken out. We have our break of structure, and we expect one or more internal structures to be taken out as liquidity. So that is it for Euro USD. I expect this low to be taken out, and that is my bias. So I also have GBP USD. Now this is very interesting, and this gives me another bias on Euro USD, and we might say it is a little bit confusing, but on coming to the daily time frame on GBP USD, GBP USD should be going the same direction with Euro USD, and this is where my bias is a little bit changing, and I'll surely update you on Wednesday with a reaction on how the market will be uh, doing. So on GBPUSD, currently we have a reaction from this order block. You remember this order block that I told you guys, the market must react from this order block because we had a valid change of character to the downside. Remember this low took out this inducement and then went up to break structure. So we had a valid break of structure at this point. And this low being taken out, we had our change of character. So it means this high, this order block is a very strong order block with an inducement just below it. This is an inducement of this order block. So this is a liquidity to be taken out, and once the liquidity was taken out, you can see price reacted from this order block very aggressively. And for me, to be honest, I'm more focusing on sales on GBPUSD, and that shifts my bias on Euro USD. Also on Euro USD, I expect some sales after the swing high was taken out. We had our valid break of structure, and after the valid break of structure, you can see GBPUSD is selling, and also Euro USD is selling after the break of structure. So currently my bias is shifting because GBPUSD is giving me selling pressure, and I've marked this order block, the daily order block. I expect some reaction from this area, and then after that I'll be looking for entry position to the downside. So I'll expect some buying pressure, a little of a pullback to the upside, and then we have another selling opportunity to the downside. So currently on GBPUSD, we have the reaction from this order block. I told you guys we must have a reaction from this daily order block, a valid order block with a fair value gap. It generally has all the confluences that we need, and I didn't have any confirmation to take this trade from this point. That is why I never shared any overview on my group. So and that is understandable. Sometimes you will not get that confirmation to have your entry, but you can see that this high had all of our all our confluences together, and that makes this setup very interesting and very valid. So the order block had a fair value gap just below it, and then we had a value change of character, and then we had an inducement to be taken out as liquidity. So this is a very good selling momentum to the downside, and my bars on GBPUSD currently I'm looking for sales. I expect GBPUSD to take out this low, to be honest, and we will just see what happens, and we will react with how the market reacts. So it is not a guarantee that the low will be taken out, but I am currently watching out to sell GBPUSD. So, and at this point, we don't have any opportunity to have our entry, but on Wednesday, I'm going to have an update on this GBPUSD. So, that is it, guys. So, uh, we'll wait and see on Wednesday what happens to the market, and I'll update you. So, thank you guys for being here, and don't forget to share this video, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any update that I'm going to show you guys. So I think let me analyze also BTCUSD. I think I can have a very good bias on BTCUSD. Sorry. So on BTCUSD, we had this break of structure, and that means this is our strong low. That means this is our strong low. And after the break of structure, we had this pullback. The pullback took out an inducement. So it means we had this break of structure. This is a valid break of structure to the upside. And that means our strong low shifts to from this low to this low. So let me delete this. And our analysis was on point last week. BTC USD reacted from this area after taking out this loss liquidity also. So we had this reaction to the upside, and it was a very good trade to the upside. So let me delete that. So this is my current strong low, and I expect to see some buys from this low. Coming into the 4-hour order block, this is the 4-hour order block, and it starts from up here. And on the 4-hour time frame, we have no inducement to be taken out as liquidity. So we'll wait and see what the market does. Maybe the market wants to come down to fill in these fair value gaps that the market left behind, and we will see what happens. Let's say maybe the market will be looking to come into this area and retest this resistance level that was broken, and we didn't have a retest. So I'll wait for price to come. Let's say maybe if this law is violated and we don't have a good confirmation to take our buys from this law, I'll expect price to come into this area or into this low that is down here before we look for more buys to the upside. So on BTC USD, expect buys, and that should be in your mind also. So I'll currently look for buys from this area if I have a confirmation. And if this law is violated, that means BTC USD might have a retest into this area or a retest to fill in these fair value gaps to fill the imbalances that act as magnet to the market. So I expect, let's say, maybe buying pressure from down here if I have a confirmation, or we wait for a confirmation from this support level that is down here. And if the market is willing to come into this low, we'll be looking for more buys to the upside. So currently, my major focus is between this low, this strong low, this one and this one. So that is it on BTCUSD. Try to look for confirmations from this low and this low and this low. So I think that is it, guys. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, like, share, and comment for more videos.